How would it feel to have a friend who could tell you when you're making a big decision, whether it's the right decision or not? That friend we all have access to, and it's your intuition. Now, is this something that you would want? Would you want to have support in knowing when making a big, bold decision like, hey, I can feel that this is right for me? And not from a place of just feeling, but a place of knowing. That's the power of unlocking your intuition and connecting to your intuition. And I have a great story of when my intuition told me that my partner was not right for me. This happened years ago, and I kept getting this feeling that something was off. But at the time, I didn't have as much knowledge about intuition like I do now. And I kept dismissing it as, oh, this is just because I have trust issues. I have fear. I'm supposed to trust my partner. I'm supposed to just believe what they say. And each time I would bring up the concerns to my partner, he'd be like, no, everything's fine. And it actually got to a point where we went to therapy in order for me to resolve my trust issues, because I just kept getting this feeling. It wasn't a feeling, it was like something felt off. And so I was like, maybe I just need professional help. And so we went to therapy, and in therapy, the professional even told me, you have no need to worry. Your partner hasn't shared anything where he would want to be unfaithful to you. He reassured me as well. And in that moment, when I was in that room, I felt crazy because my inner being was telling me information that was the complete opposite of what the people outside were telling me and that a professional was telling me. And it was a worst feeling to just have such contrast in what something was telling me inside versus what people I'm supposed to trust were telling me. It got to a point where I just broke, and I was just like, I was in the car with the partner that I had at the time, and I just asked him a bunch of questions that I wanted answers to. And after rapid firing all these questions, I basically cornered him into telling me the truth. And he finally was honest and told me that he had been emotionally cheating. To me, in that moment, even though I came to find out that my intuition was right, and I was led to believe that I was crazy because I was being gaslit by the person who I was supposed to trust, and my world turned upside down. And this experience, I'm sharing this experience because it highlights how it's very easy to dismiss our intuition when we don't know what it looks like, what it feels like. And the reasoning is there's two things on why I wasn't able to discern between my fear and intuition. Number one, there wasn't enough space. And I'll go into what I mean by that. And then number two is I hadn't developed a relationship to my intuition to know what it felt like. So it was very easy to dismiss it. And we will be going over that piece, that secret ingredient to unlocking your intuition, in day 3 tomorrow. But today I want to go into making space. If I had to explain visually what I mean by this, if you think of when you're driving your car, the car that'll represent the intuition, and this is the car that will represent your emotions. This car is in front of you, and this car is behind. The intuition is behind. If there is a sudden stop and you don't have enough space, you're not going to have enough time to respond. You're going to have to react, and most likely that will lead to a collision. In the other scenario where you do have enough space and there's a crash, there's time to respond. Now that you have that visual, what this is showing is when you receive information from your intuition, it comes in as the neutral. The closest feeling that it could be is this inner knowing, but even knowing is neutral. And if you don't have enough space When you receive that information, you're going to react. You're going to have an emotional reaction, which will then not allow you to be able to distinguish that what came in was intuition. How do we create space so that we have the ability to respond? So that when information comes in, we don't react and dismiss it or have it cloud in our emotions. And I'll use this scenario to show how easy it is to, or the story, to show how easy it is to dismiss your intuition in this story. And I need to have empathy for Stephanie of the past, because she just didn't know what I know now. So she wasn't able to take that information. Because the crazy thing is, during this time, I also had a dream where these angels told me that I needed to let go of my partner. And again, I dismissed it, and I was like, that was just a dream. It doesn't mean anything. And again, I was dismissing information that was being given to me. And when I received information, my reaction was, there must be something wrong with me because I feel this way, but my partner is telling me this. And so then I abandoned my feeling, or just whatever was coming up for me, I dismissed it. Along with creating space, you need to build a relationship where you can acknowledge your feelings. Because if you don't know how to acknowledge your feelings, it's very easily to dismiss them because you're not honoring them. Because your feelings are real. The stories that come out of your feelings, that might be a different, that's a different story, right? Not always like the story that comes from our emotions. That might not be representative of the truth of our reality. But I want to go back to making space. How do we make space? We make space by regulating our nervous system. And what do I mean by that? Because of our day-to-day, it's very easy for us to be in a fight or flight response, especially if you're not someone who takes time to rest and you're just on the go, 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 go. Just like a lot of the ladies that I tend to meet, because if you're into growth and you're into building, you're doing a lot of things. And so you might catch yourself in a pattern of go, 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 do, 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 do. And then you don't give yourself time to wind down. And winding down is how we regulate our nervous system. And another thing to note is, depending on whether you need grounding or to release energy, the way to regulate your nervous system can look different. I find that if you have low motivation or you're sad, what will be most beneficial to you is actually moving your body and then grounding. And so one way that I love moving my body is dancing. And like another fun, cheeky way is twerking. Twerking is really fun. I know the first time I learned how to twerk, I felt like a corgi. And if you want any tips, I can give you some. I feel like some people sexualize twerking, but you can connect to just like fun play by doing it. I know I personally, I don't meditate every day. Sometimes I don't feel like sitting down and meditating. I have these other effortless ways that I like to ground. And if you're interested in knowing what those effortless ways are, you can DM me and I'll send you my list. For today's initiation focus, in summary, we learned that to connect to your intuition, one, you need to get into a pattern of owning it and not dismissing it. And to avoid doing that, it requires you to create space. You need to create space in your life. And you need to create space between you and your emotions and your reactivity, so that you, instead of reacting, like crashing, having like an emotional crash, you're able to respond. You're able to have some space, some foresight to be able to come to a halt without having that emotional crash. Creating space. Today's initiation ritual for you is going to be creating space. Today, after you watch this video, you can either dance, twerk it out, or any kind of movement that you enjoy. Grounding and nervous system regulation is the secret ingredient to tapping into your intuition. But not only tapping, because we're constantly receiving information, but what will happen is that channel gets clogged And so the information isn't able to come through so easily. And what clogs the channel is dysregulation, limiting beliefs and fears, and your programming. In my example of my intuition warning me about my partner being unfaithful, my programming of I'm just supposed to trust what my partner says, that programming overrode the information that I was receiving. And that's where subconscious reprogramming can be critical when it comes to strengthening that channel. Because I have found that the more inner work that I have done on myself, the stronger my intuition has become and the more senses that have opened. The whole being able to taste information, that happened to me for the first time last year as I started developing my intuition more. And so you'll find the more you do inner work and the more you learn about your intuition, the stronger your channel will be. As a result, you'll also have this ability to just feel at ease when you have this inner knowing that things are going to be okay. Because you have a friend checking up on you that is on the outside that could just see everything and make sure that when you're on the wrong path, they're like, hey buddy, get on the shoulder. Something bad's gonna happen, get on the shoulder. And that's the beautiful thing about connecting to this gift that we all have, that we've all been given to be able to live our life in alignment, our highest good. In summary, nervous system regulation is gonna be key. Again, after watching this video, go do some nervous system regulation and connect with yourself and share down below what came up for you. And I'll see you tomorrow where we will be discussing how to build the relationship to your intuition. You don't want to miss this, all right? Have a good weekend. Bye.